Picture a railway station, so unnerving that it practically vanished from official timetables for over 4 decades. A place where, for 42 years, no train would dare make a stop, and where even today, pilots are said to gun the engine as they rush through the darkness. This isn't just a campfire story. It's the very real and documented history of Begunkodar railway station in West Bengal. The station was abandoned because of a chilling legend about a woman in a white sari, and the terrifying legacy she supposedly left behind. What could have happened here that was so frightening? It made the government shut down a public station for more than a generation. And what secrets are still hiding in its long silence? Our story starts not with a ghost, but with a sign of progress. Back in 1960, the Begunkodar station was built in the remote Purulia district of West Bengal. It was meant to be a beacon of hope, brought to life through the efforts of Lakhan Kumari, the respected queen of the local Santal tribe. She donated the land to Indian Railways to bring prosperity and connection to her people. For the first 7 years, the station was exactly that, a bustling lifeline. But everything changed in 1967. Of course, local legends tell a darker origin story. Some villagers believe the land chosen wasn't just any old plot. They say it was a sacred Santal burial ground. According to this tale, building the station disturbed the final resting place of their ancestors. It's a detail that often gets lost in the spookier parts of the story. But it raises a question. Was the tragedy that followed a random haunting? Or was it the anger of spirits whose peace had been shattered? The first official report of something strange came from a railway worker who claimed he saw a spectral woman in a stark white sari drifting along the tracks late at night. He told his co-workers, but they brushed it off. In a dimly lit, isolated station, it's easy to see things in the shadows. But that was just the beginning. The event that would truly cement Begunkodar's horrifying reputation was still to come. Shortly after that first sighting, the station master himself reported seeing the same ghastly woman. People at the time said he saw her not just wandering, but running alongside a moving train, keeping pace with the engine before disappearing into the night. The sight apparently terrified him to his very soul. And here's where the story takes its darkest turn. Just days after he saw the apparition, the station master was found dead in his railway quarters. While official records apparently ruled it a suicide, local lore tells a far more sinister tale, that his family was also found dead, their faces frozen in expressions of sheer terror, as if they'd witnessed something unspeakable. This event completely shattered the peace in Begunkodar. The news spread like wildfire. Was it a tragic coincidence, or was the woman in white a deadly omen? Railway employees weren't waiting around to find out. Fear took over. Staff members flat out refused to be posted to Begunkodar, especially for the night shift. One by one, they abandoned their posts. Railway authorities couldn't find anyone willing to work at a station where death seemed to hang in the air. With no more staff, the station was a lost cause. Trains that were scheduled to stop just sped right past, their drivers too scared to linger for even a moment. Passengers would lock their doors and windows as they neared the cursed platform. Finally, Indian Railways made a decision that was almost unheard of. In 1967, Begunkodar railway station was officially closed. It was informally labeled as haunted in railway records, wiped from the public timetable, and left to the ghost that had seemingly claimed it. For the next 42 years, it stood silent and decaying, a monument to fear. The fact that a major government agency shut down a station for 42 years over a ghost story is what makes this so unsettling. What could possibly inspire that level of fear? Before we get to what happened when the station finally reopened, let me know in the comments. Based on what you've heard, Would you have taken the night shift at Begunkodar? And don't forget to subscribe as we explore more of India's most mysterious places. For decades, Begunkodar was a ghost station in every sense of the word. But by the late 1990s, local villagers, tired of being so isolated, began pushing for it to be reopened. After years of petitions, they finally got their wish. In 2009, the railway minister at the time, Mamata Banerjee, dismissed the ghost stories and officially reopened. After 42 long years, the sound of a train's whistle returned to the infamous platform. But the fear didn't just vanish. Even though trains started halting there again, the station ran on a set of unofficial, fear-based rules. For years, there was no permanent staff assigned to the station, and the last train would always stop before sunset. No one wanted to be at Begunkodar after dark. The station was physically open, but in everyone's minds, it was still haunted. This lingering reputation started attracting a new kind of visitor: paranormal investigators, thrill seekers, and YouTubers, all drawn by the legend. This became a strange phenomenon known as ghost tourism. Then, in 2017, one group decided to face the legend head-on. A team of rationalists from an organization called Pasim Banga Bigyan Mungka arrived with cameras, EMF meters, and a healthy dose of skepticism. With police protection, they camped out on the platform overnight, determined to find proof of the woman in white. But she never showed up. Their gear detected nothing out of the ordinary: no strange energy fields, no ghostly figures, no phantom screams. What they did find was something far more human. Around 2 a.m., the team heard strange noises coming from behind the station. When they went to check it out, they found a group of men hiding in the bushes who had been making spooky sounds on purpose. The men ran off as soon as they were spotted. The rationists' conclusion was simple: the haunting was a hoax. They alleged that some locals were intentionally keeping the ghost story alive. Their motive: to scare off and potentially rob tourists who came looking for a supernatural thrill. The investigation suggested the myth had become a business, fueled by rumor and fear for financial gain. So, where does that leave us? Was the station master's death in 1967 tragedy that was twisted into a ghost story? Could he have stumbled upon local criminals, who then murdered him and used the ghost as a cover? Or did something genuinely supernatural happen that day that we just can't explain? The rationalist investigation makes a strong case for a man-made myth. And yet, you can't ignore the chilling historical facts. A station master died under mysterious circumstances. An entire railway staff quit their jobs out of fear, and the Indian government shut down a station for 42 years, citing a haunting as the reason. You can't just brush those facts aside. Today, Begunkodar exists somewhere between legend and reality. More trains stop there, and some people even get off after dark. But the ghost tourism hasn't stopped, and the legend is far from dead. The story of the woman in white is now part of the station's identity, a permanent shadow stretching over its tracks. Is Begunkodar the scariest place on Indian rails because of a ghost, or because of the power of human fear and superstition? Is the real ghost the woman in white, or is it the haunting memory of a tragedy that simply refuses to fade? What do you think really happened? Let me know your theories in the comments below.